Now we start some special problems regarding the topic increasing and decreasing function. The first question is, show that y is equal to log of 1 plus x minus 2x divided by 2 plus x greater than minus 1 is increasing throughout its domain. That means here domain means our x greater than minus 1 is the domain. Here we have to prove that given function is increasing. So first of all we find the derivative dy by dx. You know the derivative log 1 plus x is 1 divided by 1 plus x. Minus here we apply quotient rule. That is 2 plus x into derivative numerator is 2 minus 2x into derivative denominator is 2 plus 2 derivative 0 and x derivative is 1 divided by 2 plus x the whole square is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus x minus 2 into 2 4 plus 2x minus 2x the whole divided by 2 plus x the whole square. Here 2x 2x cancel and therefore 1 divided by 1 plus x minus 4 divided by 2 plus x the whole square. Now we simplify these terms. Therefore we get answer 2 plus x the whole square into 1 plus x. Product of this denominator and cross multiply we get answer 1 into 2 plus x the whole square minus 4 into 1 plus x. That is equal to, on expanding the 2 plus x the whole square using the identity, we get answer 4 plus 4x plus x square minus 4 minus 4x the whole divided by 2 plus x the whole square into 1 plus x. Here 4x 4 cancel and therefore we get answer s square divided by 2 plus x the whole square into 1 plus x, which is greater than 0 for all x greater than minus 1, because x square and 2 plus x the whole square are always positive, and 1 plus x is greater than 0 and 1 plus x is greater than 0 for all x greater than minus 1. So the given function, therefore the function f of x is increasing. Our function f of x is increasing throughout its domain. Okay. Now is the special case 2. Next question is, prove that the function y is equal to 4 sin theta divided by 2 plus cos theta minus theta is an increasing in the interval 0 pi by 2. Our function first question is actually strictly increasing the prove here, but our question increasing the prove. So we have to write last f of x is increasing throughout the domain. Strictly increasing prove here. But in the second question, given interval is a closed interval, so here our function we have to prove that given function is increasing in the interval 0 pi by 2. First of all, we find the derivative of this function with respect to theta. Using quotient rule, denominator square, that is 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Here denominator into, that is 2 plus cos theta into derivative 4 sin theta, that is 4 cos theta minus 4 sin theta into derivative denominator is 2 derivative 0 and cos derivative is minus sin theta. Minus derivative theta with respect to theta is 1 is equal to, here 2 into 4 8 cos theta plus 4 cos square theta plus minus into minus plus 4 sin square theta divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square minus 1 is equal to 8 cos theta plus here 4 is common. Therefore 4 into cos square theta plus sin square theta. You know cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1 and therefore 4 divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square minus 1. Here the LCM is 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Here 8 cos theta plus 4 minus 1 into 2 plus cos theta the whole square, that is 2 plus cos the whole square, cross multiply, that is 1 means 1 by 1. Okay, that is equal to 8 cos theta plus 4 minus of a plus b the whole square, that is a square plus 2ab, 2 into 2, 4 cos theta plus cos square theta the whole divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Now simplifying this term, using the identity a plus b the whole square, we get answer a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now multiply minus with each term, therefore we get answer. dy by d theta is equal to, dy by d theta is equal to 8 cos theta plus 4 minus bracket authority, that is minus 4 minus 4 cos theta minus cos square theta the whole divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Here 8 cos theta minus 4 cos theta is equal to 4 cos theta. Here 4 cancel, minus cos square theta the whole divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. Here cos theta is common, therefore we get answer, and cos theta is common, balance 4 minus cos theta the whole divided by 2 plus cos theta the whole square. In the interval 0 pi by 2, cos theta is always positive. In the interval 0 pi by 2, 0 to 90 kidake, cos theta lies in the first quadrant, therefore cos theta is always positive. 2 plus cos the whole square is again positive because it's a square term. Also, you know the maximum value of cos theta in the interval 0 pi by 2. Cos 0 is 1 and cos 90 is 0. Maximum value is 1 and minimum value is 0. In that case, 0 to 1 cos value substitute, 4 minus is also positive. That is, which is greater than 0 for all theta element of the open closed interval 0 pi by 2. Therefore, our function y is increasing. Our function y is increasing in the interval 0 pi by 2. That's all. Because cos theta is positive in the interval 0 pi by 2. 2 plus cos the whole square is always positive because the square value. Also cos theta, the values of cos theta in the interval 0 pi by 2 lies between 0 and 1, and therefore 4 minus 0 ke 1 indakil the point at 4 minus is always positive, and therefore this whole term is greater than 0 in the interval 0 pi by 2, and therefore given function is increasing throughout its domain. Now SC3, special case 3. Okay. Next question is, find the intervals in which the function, f of x is equal to x raised to 4 minus 8x cube plus 22x square minus 24x plus 21 is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. Same type of question in the miscellaneous portion of the question included. Okay, f of x is equal to x raised to 4 minus 8x cube plus 22x square minus 24x plus 21. Actually, we find the critical points of the first derivative term. First of all, we find the first derivative. You know the derivative of x raised to 4 is 4s cube minus s cube derivative 3s square, 3 into 8, 24x square plus 2x into 22, 44x minus 24. Okay, then for finding critical point, first of all we put f dash x is equal to 0. That means 4s cube minus 24 square plus 44x minus 24 is equal to 0. Here you take for finding the critical point, consider this function as p of x. Okay, now we find the factors of 24. Now we find the factors of 24. Now we find the factors of 24. Before finding the critical point, first of all, we factorize this third degree equation. For how to factorize, there are different methods are available. Here I use a new method that is called a synthetic method. It's very easy to find the factors of this third degree equation. So first of all, we find the factors of 24. You know the factors of 24, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 6, plus or minus 12, and plus or minus 24 are the factors of this third degree equation. Actually, the three roots are lies between these values. First of all, we put x is equal to 1. We get answer 4 minus 24 plus 44 minus 24. Okay, it's not equal to 0. It's not a 0. X is equal to 1 is not a 0. Next is we put x is equal to minus 1, that is minus 4, minus 24, minus 44, minus 24. Okay, that is we get answer. Actually here, sorry, it's actually equal to 0, it's equal to 0, is not equal to 0. Therefore here x is equal to 1 is a 0. X is equal to 1 is a root or zeros of root of the polynomial p of x. Okay, x is equal to, when put x is equal to 1, we get answer 4 minus 24 plus 44 minus 24. Here, sorry, minus 24 minus 24, we get answer minus 48, and 44 plus 44 is again 48. 48 minus 48 is 0. Sorry, actually x is equal to 1 is a root of the polynomial p of x. Now we find other two roots. Here we use a synthetic method. How to apply synthetic method? First of all, we select the coefficient of this third degree equation, 4, then minus 24, then plus 24, and plus 44, and last is minus 24. 4 minus 24 plus 44 and minus 24. We form a box. Here is like the first root. Our first root is x is equal to 1. Then we put a 0. On the first term, the 0. Now adding this term, we get answer 4. Multiplying with this term, 4 into 1, 4. Again we add, we get answer minus 20. Minus 20 into 1, minus 20. Add this term, we get answer 24. 24 into 1, 24. Add this term, we get answer 0, which is the remainder. Last term, we get this answer 0. That is a remainder. Balanced terms are collected and form a quadratic. That is, next line we get answer 4x square minus 20x plus 24 is equal to 0. Now dividing by 4, we get answer s square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Now factorization, we get answer x minus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. And therefore x is equal to, we get answer 2, and x is equal to, we get answer 3. Therefore the three roots are x is equal to 1, 2, and 3. Okay, first we find f dash x, then we put f dash x equal to 0. Before we putting f dash x is equal to 0, we find the roots of this third degree polynomial. For finding the roots, first of all we find the factors of the last constant term. Here the 24 contain these factors. Using these factors, one by one we put the polynomial. Here first we put x is equal to 1, we get answer 0. Otherwise we put x is equal to minus and x equal to 2, x equal to minus 2, etc. Here when we put x is equal to 1, we get answer 0, and therefore x is equal to 1 is the first root of this polynomial. Now otherwise we use a second method is, when x is equal to 1 is a root, then x minus 1 is a factor. Using that factor, we divide this third degree polynomial by x minus 1. We get a our quotient is a second degree equation. It's very difficult to find the second and third factor. that method. So here we use synthetic method. ശരിക്കും ആ ഒരു ഡിവിഷൻ മെത്തേഡ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, എക്സ് ഇസിക്കൽ 1 റൂട്ട് ആണെങ്കിൽ എക്സ് മൈനസ് 1 ഫാക്ടർ ആവുകയും ആ എക്സ് മൈനസ് 1 കൊണ്ട് ഈ പറഞ്ഞ തേർഡ് ഡിഗ്രി പോളിനോമിയൽ ഡിവിഷൻ മെത്തേഡ് ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്ത് കോഷൻറ്റ് നമുക്കൊരു ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഈ ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് കിട്ടുകയും ചെയ്യും. പക്ഷേ അത് ഇത്തിരി ഒരു ലെന്തി പ്രോസസ് ആയതുകൊണ്ട് ഇതൊരു സിന്തറ്റിക് മെത്തേഡ് പറഞ്ഞത്. ഇറ്റ്സ് എ വെരി സിമ്പിൾ പ്രോസസ്സ്. First of all, we collect the coefficient of this equation 4, -24, 44 and -24. Then first time താഴെ 0 ഡയറക്റ്റ് സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യുക, ആഡ് ചെയ്തിടുക, മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ എഴുതുക, ആഡ് ചെയ്യുക, മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ എഴുതുക, ആഡ് ചെയ്യുക, മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ എഴുതുക. എൻ്റെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ചെയ്ത് കറക്റ്റ് ആണെങ്കിൽ അവർ ലാസ്റ്റ് ടൈം ബിക്കം 0 ആയി മാറും. ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് എ റിമൈൻഡർ. ബാലൻസ് ടൈം ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് വി ഫോം എ ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് ഇക്വേഷൻ. ദാറ്റ് ക്വാഡ്രാറ്റിക് ഇക്വേഷനെ ഈ 0 സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. വി ഗെറ്റ് അതർ റൂട്ട്സ് x is equal to and x is equal to 3. Okay, therefore the roots are, and the function is that the third degree polynomial is equal to 0. We get 3 roots are x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. Now we substitute these 3 roots on a real line. Minus infinity to plus infinity. Our first root is 1, second is 2 and third root is 3. Now we collect the intervals. Our first interval is minus infinity to plus 1, and our function f dash x, here what is f dash x? 4x cube minus 24x square plus 44x minus 24. Here 4 is common, balance s cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. Now factorizing this third degree polynomial, we get answer x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 3. Okay, first we select a point lies between minus infinity to 1, that is 1 in the left side point at 0 consider f dash 0. Put x equal to 0, we get answer 4 is positive, 0 minus 1 is negative, 0 minus 2 is negative, 0 minus 3 is also negative, negative into negative into negative is less than 0, and therefore f of x is strictly decreasing in the interval minus infinity to plus 1. Now you collect the second interval is 1 to 2. That is 1.5, we select 1.5, that is f dash 1.5. 4 is always positive, 1.5 minus 1 is positive, 1.5 minus 2 is negative, 1.5 minus 3 is negative, that is which is greater than 0, and therefore f of x is strictly increasing. F of x is strictly increasing in the interval 1, 2. Now the third interval is 2 to 3. You select a point 2.5, f dash 2.5, 4 is always positive, 2.5 minus 1 is positive, 2.5 minus 2 is positive, and 2.5 minus 3 is negative, which is less than 0. That means our function is strictly decreasing. Our function is strictly decreasing. Our function is strictly decreasing in the interval 2 to 3. And last we consider the interval is 3 infinity. Suppose you take a point 4, f dash 4. 4 is positive, 4 minus 1 is positive, 4 minus 2 is positive, and 4 minus 3 is also positive, which is greater than 0. And therefore f of x is strictly increasing. F of x is strictly increasing in the interval 3 infinity. And finally, we write our function f of x is strictly, our function f of x is strictly increasing. Our function f of x is strictly increasing in the interval 1, 2, union 3 infinity, and strictly decreasing in the interval minus infinity 1, union 2, 3. That's all. Minus infinity 1, union 2, 3. Okay. That's all. On next video, we will discuss our next topic. Bye.